Have you ever wondered if you are truly living or just merely existing? Have you ever dared to look deep within yourself and ask, have I lived up to my potential? Or am I just drifting through each day without leaving anything truly meaningful behind? These questions may make you feel uncomfortable. But without that discomfort, would you ever dare to break the limits to step out of your comfort zone and recreate yourself? When you smile, you might look silly. When you cry, you might look weak. But true courage lies in your willingness to accept all of that. Dare to live authentically with your emotions. Dare to face the things that scare you. That is the first step of the journey to reinvent yourself. This journey is not easy. It requires you to break down all the walls that have built your current self in order to find a better and stronger version of yourself. We often shy away from taking risks, from facing uncertainties. But think about it. Has anyone ever achieved true freedom without daring to step out of their comfort zone at least once? The journey of self-reinvention requires the courage to cross that boundary, because you will never discover your true potential if you keep standing in your comfort zone. Today's theme is rebuild yourself or recreate yourself. This is not about making small changes or fixing a few unsatisfactory things. This is a journey that requires you to look deep within yourself, to face yourself honestly, to be ready to accept all the unfinished parts, and then rebuild everything from there. It was a difficult journey, but it is precisely the hardest things that bring true value. My goal today is not to tell you what to do, but to instill in you the belief that you can do it. I want to inspire everyone to dare to break their own limits and start anew, so that when you stand in front of the mirror, you can look into it and be proud of the person you have become. There is one thing you need to understand clearly. Those who do not dare to take risks will never be able to live life to the fullest. Risk is an indispensable component of the journey to live authentically and fully. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, every time you dare to face a new challenge, that is when you are giving yourself the opportunity to discover your true potential within. Safety often makes us feel comfortable, but what will happen if we always stay in that comfort zone? Are you living a dream life, or are you just avoiding opportunities that could change you? Those who do not accept risks will not be able to live life to the fullest. This is not just an inspiring quote, but a truth for those who want to live freely and experience all that life has to offer. When you shy away from risks, when you step back every time you face uncertainty, you have limited yourself. You have confined yourself to what is familiar and comfortable, but also very easy to be bored with. Don't let the fear of the unknown prevent you from discovering your true self. Think of those who dared to take risks, who dared to embrace change. An artist who dares to give up a stable career to pursue their passion. An entrepreneur who dares to accept failure to rebuild from scratch. Or an athlete who dares to overcome injury to stand on the field once again. Those people, if they do not dare to face risks, if they are not willing to pay the price, can they reach the peak of their lives? Risk is not the enemy. It is the path that leads to true freedom. A freedom that can only be achieved when we have the courage to accept all consequences and continue moving forward. Once you dare to face risks, you're gradually cultivating resilience, adaptability, and self-confidence. You will see that even if you fail or stumble, each time you get back up, you become stronger. Accepting risks does not mean being reckless. That is a calculated action, a readiness to embrace the unexpected and use it for growth. When you choose to face challenges, you will realize your own strength and understand that you can overcome any limits that once bound you. So how can we train the ability to accept risks? Let's start with small steps. Set a small goal for yourself each day, a challenge that you usually feel shy or afraid to face. It could be trying your hand at a new task at work, learning a skill you once thought you weren't capable of, or simply daring to share your true thoughts with others. Those small challenges, when done regularly, will help you build a foundation of confidence, get you used to facing difficulties, and gradually expand your limits. Remember that risk is not a negative thing. It is a tool for you to explore the world and yourself, a means to help you realize that you can do more than you think. When you dare to face risks, you are allowing yourself to embark on a new journey, a journey where you will find yourself, discover true freedom, and inner strength. Fear is something that no one can avoid, and no one can escape forever. We often try to avoid fear, push it out of our thoughts, hoping that if we don't face it, it will just disappear on its own. But you need to understand that fear is not the enemy. It's just a part of who we are, a part that, if you know how to understand and control it, you can turn it from an obstacle into a powerful motivation on the journey of self-reinvention. To begin mastering fear, first you need to clearly identify it. Ask yourself simple yet honest questions. What am I really afraid of? What makes me take a step back? Make a specific list of the things that make you anxious and afraid, item by item. Writing down your fears is not meant to make you feel weaker or more insecure. On the contrary, this is the first step for you to face them clearly, to see them no longer vague. When fears are written down, you can easily analyze them and find ways to gradually control them and turn them into motivation. For example, if you have a fear of failure, examine where that fear comes from. Is it because you are worried that others will judge you, or afraid that you are not good enough? Once you understand the origin, you can find specific ways to confront it. Fear of failure does not mean you have to avoid all challenges. On the contrary, it is a signal for you to realize that you need to be more confident, better equipped, and more thoroughly prepared before taking action. When you understand the nature of fear, you will see that it is not a permanent barrier. That's just a temporary feeling that you can overcome. The fact is, fear can become a motivation that helps you discover your hidden strengths. One way to do that is to turn fear into specific goals. You can start by setting small challenges, goals that you usually hesitate or avoid. For example, if you have a fear of speaking in front of a crowd, start by speaking in front of a small group, and then gradually increase the number of people. Those small steps will help you get used to facing and mastering your fears, and each step is a part of the journey you are on to recreate yourself. To overcome fear, you need a great source of strength from within, that is, self-confidence. Believing in your own abilities is the tool that helps you overcome any challenge, big or small. Build trust by recalling the times you have overcome difficulties and achieved seemingly difficult goals. From there, you will have more motivation to believe that you can continue to overcome new limits. Tell yourself that if you have done it before, you can do it now and in the future. Building trust cannot be accomplished in just one day. Take each step, each small challenge to affirm to yourself that you are moving forward, that you are gradually overcoming your own fears. Every time you overcome a fear, no matter how small, you are adding to the foundation of confidence and courage. Each step forward, each time overcoming, is a proud achievement. Looking back, you will see that you have come a long way from your starting point, and that the fears that once haunted you are now just small challenges on the path you have traveled. Courage is an important factor in mastering fear. You may have thought that courage is not knowing fear, but in reality, courage is daring to face it and move forward despite knowing you are afraid. Courage is not letting fear dictate your path, but using that fear as a flame to ignite your passion, driving yourself to overcome all limits. When you are brave, you no longer retreat or hide. You accept that you might fail, you might stumble, but you still decide to keep moving forward because you know that on the other side of fear lies the freedom and strength you have always been searching for. Each time you overcome a fear, you not only become stronger, but also get closer to reinventing yourself. You gradually realize that the limits you once had were set by yourself. And when you conquer those limits, you will see yourself grow. See yourself as a new person, stronger, more resilient, and more confident than ever. Imagine a version of yourself no longer bound by any fears. A free, gentle, and resilient version walks its own path, undeterred by anything. Every fear you overcome is a victory, a significant step forward in the journey of self-reinvention. Remind yourself that each time fear appears, it is not the moment to turn back or stop, but a sign that you are on the right path, embarking on a journey to discover your true limits and strength. Fear will no longer be an obstacle you have to avoid, but rather a part of the journey of growth. Cherish every challenge, every difficulty that fear brings, for it helps you understand yourself better and is an opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself. There is one thing you need to always remember. True motivation does not come from external factors, but from within you. It is a strong belief that you can do it and that you deserve the results. Remember that you are the only one who decides your own fate. No one has the right to control your path unless you allow it to happen. Internal motivation is the flame that helps you persevere through difficulties. the source of strength that keeps you steady, even when everything around seems to be collapsing. Think about everything you want to achieve in this life. Not only are they grand dreams, but also the small things that hold meaning for you. You can dream of success in your career, seek a happy life, or become the person you have always wanted to be. Each dream needs a clear motivation to help you pursue it to the end. That motivation does not necessarily have to be a vast and great source of energy from the beginning. Sometimes it's simply a steadfast belief that you can do it, a fierce determination that makes you never give up. Remind yourself that no matter what anyone says or thinks, you are the one who holds your own destiny. Once you have identified your goals, the next step is to break them down into short-term objectives with specific steps to help you get closer to your destination. Having a big dream, a long-term goal, is essential to guide one's life. But if you stop there, you might easily fall into a state of confusion, because the path to achieving that big goal can be very long and full of challenges. Set small, easily achievable, and measurable goals. Every time you achieve a small goal, you will feel motivated to continue, see the results step by step, and more importantly, you will maintain your passion on your journey. For example, if your goal is to succeed in your career, start with specific tasks. Complete a new course, participate in a new project, or strive to acquire a new skill every day. Each small achievement will build confidence and affirm that you are getting closer to your big goal. Each short-term goal is a step forward, a proud achievement. And when you look back, you will see that the path to your big dream is no longer as distant as you once thought. Breaking down goals also helps you not feel too pressured and thus maintain the necessary passion and energy. One of the effective ways to maintain internal motivation is to perform a simple yet powerful exercise. Write down the things you want to achieve and read them back daily. This helps you maintain focus on your goals, remind yourself why you started and why you need to keep going. Sometimes in life, we easily get swept away by the current, easily distracted by unnecessary things. But when you read your list of goals again, you will be reminded of what is important and keep yourself on track. This exercise is not just about writing down goals, but also a way to have a dialogue with oneself, to remind oneself of what is driving them to move forward. Keep that list of goals in a place where you can easily see it, on your desk, in your notebook, or even on your phone screen. Whenever you feel tired, read those things again. Let them remind you that every day you are getting a little closer to the person you have always wanted to become. Internal motivation is not just the flame that helps you overcome difficulties, but also the compass that guides your actions and steps. Don't rely on anyone else to motivate you, because only when you are confident that you can do it, when you have a strong belief in yourself, will that motivation truly be persistent and enduring. There will be times when you face challenges. There will be times when you feel you can't go on. But remember, it is the belief in yourself that takes you further than any external motivation. No one can grow up without facing pain. Pain, failure, loss, those things, though unwelcome, are an unavoidable part of the process of growing up. We often hope that everything will go smoothly, hoping that we can overcome the journeys without experiencing feelings of collapse or hurt. But the truth is, there is no journey to the destination without hardships, and there is no growth without pain. Pain is not a sign that you have failed, but a sign that you are pushing beyond your own limits, challenging yourself in ways you never have before. Every time you face difficulties, every time you endure pain, it is a moment for you to be trained, to be tempered, to become stronger and more resilient. You will find that you can endure more, that you can overcome greater obstacles when you understand that pain is an inevitable part of the journey. Instead of trying to avoid pain, learn to accept it and use it as a new source of energy. We cannot avoid difficulties, but we can use them as a new source of energy. Please provide the text you would like me to translate. Every time you overcome a difficulty, consider it an opportunity to grow. Each painful moment is a step forward on the path of self-recreation. When you accept the pain and turn it into motivation, you are transforming it into strength, into a source of energy to keep moving forward. That's not a way to endure, but a way to turn unwanted things into your advantage. To achieve this, first you need to accept that pain is not the enemy, but a part of the growth process. Look at the times you have stumbled, the times you had to face difficulties. Each time like that, you not only overcome, but also become more knowledgeable and stronger. Pain is the way life gives us profound lessons, a way for us to learn to appreciate the achievements we attain. Failure is the same. It is not the end, but a lesson, an opportunity for you to reflect and learn. Each failure is a teacher that helps you understand more about what needs improvement, what needs to change to move forward. Failure gives you the opportunity to reflect, to reassess the path you are on, and to make adjustments accordingly. When you start to view failure this way, you will no longer fear it, but will know how to leverage it to grow. Remember that no one succeeds without going through failures. The people you admire, those who have achieved success, all have stories of failure and moments of falling. The difference is that they know how to get back up, how to turn failure into motivation to keep moving forward. Instead of blaming yourself when you encounter failure, see it as an indispensable part of the journey. Tell yourself that failure does not defeat you, but is helping you build a stronger person. Every time you face pain, every time you overcome failure, you grow a little more. You learn to be more patient, appreciate small achievements, and learn not to give up. Pain and hardship are not just obstacles you must overcome, but the building blocks of your resilience, experiences that help you perceive life and yourself more profoundly. On this journey, do not fear pain or failure. Consider them as indispensable parts, as challenges that help you discover your inner strength. One of the most important things you can do to reinvent yourself is to constantly improve and change. Continuous improvement not only helps you progress, but also maintains your passion and zest for life. If you don't find ways to improve yourself every day, you are limiting yourself, setting boundaries for your own growth and maturity. Always remind yourself that the best version of you is not the version of yesterday, but the version of today, with all the effort to be better and more effective. Continuous improvement does not mean achieving great accomplishments every day, but rather making steady progress, little by little. Every small step you take makes a difference, and when accumulated, it will become a grand journey. Don't just be satisfied with good enough. Find ways to improve. If today you can do something more effectively than yesterday, then you have taken a big step on the path to self-improvement. Ask yourself every day, what can I do better? What can I improve to achieve better results and complete tasks more efficiently? Self-awareness is an important factor in the journey of improvement and change. Every time you face difficulties, every time you fail, it's an opportunity for you to reflect on yourself. Difficulties are not just challenges, but also mirrors that reflect, helping you see your strengths and weaknesses more clearly. Sometimes it is the failures and difficulties that are the greatest teachers, helping you understand yourself better. When facing a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? The continuous improvement and transformation of oneself is not a race against others, but a journey with oneself. Learn to become the best version of yourself, not the version that others expect. When you clearly understand your values and goals, you will have a stronger motivation to improve every day, not for anyone else, but simply because you want to see yourself progress, want to see yourself getting closer to the ideal version. To achieve this, spend 5 to 10 minutes each day to self-evaluate and reflect on yourself. It doesn't have to be a complicated process. Sit down and reflect on what you have done today, the things you did well, and also the things you can improve. Write down the areas you need to improve and the things you have done well to encourage yourself. This will help you gain a clearer understanding of yourself and maintain the motivation to continue progressing. By doing this exercise daily, you will gradually notice significant progress. Every day you can do something to become better, even if it's just a little bit. Be persistent and don't give up, because this process requires patience. The results won't come immediately, but those small steps will add up and transform you into a better version of yourself. Remember that continuous improvement and change are the keys to becoming the person you have always wanted to be. In any journey, perseverance and a spirit of overcoming difficulties are two indispensable factors if you want to achieve great goals. There will be times when you feel tired. There will be failures that make you want to give up. But remember, a winner is not someone who never falls, but someone who knows how to get up after each fall. That is a person with enough willpower and determination to move forward despite having stumbled before, so that each time they stand up, they become stronger. Perseverance is the ability to hold on and not give up, even when you don't see immediate results. This is not a spur-of-the-moment action, but a long-term commitment to oneself. Sometimes, to overcome a challenge or achieve a goal, you need more time than you think. And only when you truly persevere can you see real change. Remind yourself that success is not a destination but a journey, and every step brings value. To be able to persistently overcome challenges, the first thing you need to do is set clear goals for yourself. When you have a specific goal, you will have direction and know what you need to do to get closer to the destination. Every day, take time to focus on that goal, take each step consistently, and don't let small difficulties hold you back. Break down big goals into smaller tasks so that each day you complete a part, you will feel like you're getting closer to the finish line. An effective method to maintain a resilient spirit in the face of adversity is to practice gratitude. When you are grateful for what you have, you will view life more positively and see how far you have come. Instead of just focusing on the difficulties, look at what you have accomplished, the small successes you have achieved on your journey. Gratitude will help you understand that you have valuable resources, both material and spiritual, to overcome any challenges. When you are grateful, you not only feel fulfilled, but also gain the motivation to move forward. Every challenge you overcome, every time you don't give up, is a significant step forward on the journey of self-reinvention. In the journey of self-reinvention, no factor is more important than the spirit of commitment and personal responsibility. Every change, every achievement you attain originates from your own commitment to yourself. No one can change your life but you. You are the only one who holds the key to success, and you are the only one responsible for opening that door. This is the power of personal responsibility. Understanding that you are entirely responsible for your own life, that no one can do it for you, and that what you achieve is the result of your own efforts. When you deeply understand personal responsibility, you will no longer blame circumstances or others. You won't wait for someone to come and solve all your problems. You will act on your own, decide on your own, and take responsibility on your own. This is true power, the thing that makes the difference between those who live passively and those who take control of their lives. To change and grow, you must commit to yourself that you will always engage, always put yourself in challenges, and never stop striving. The spirit of commitment requires you to give your all every day, no matter how difficult it may be. When you commit to anything, you don't just participate superficially, but invest your entire mind and effort. That's when you say, I will do my best, I will go all the way, and I will not give up until I achieve what I want. Dare to commit to yourself that you will not only start, but will go all the way to the end of the journey, that you will not give up no matter how many difficulties you face. This is not a spur-of-the-moment action. It is a long-term and sustainable commitment to one's goals. An effective way to cultivate personal responsibility and commitment is to spend time on self-reflection each day. Before going to bed, ask yourself, what have I done today to get closer to my goal? This is not a complicated exercise, but it is very effective in maintaining motivation and helping you gain a clearer perspective on your progress. Take a few minutes each evening to reflect on the day that has passed. Don't just focus on what hasn't been done, but also look at the small successes, the things you have accomplished to get closer to your goal. When you develop this habit, you will find yourself more motivated every morning, with more determination to continue your journey. Every day is an opportunity to move forward, and when you know what you have accomplished, you will feel more confident and proud. These small steps, when accumulated over time, will lead to a significant change. A spirit of personal responsibility and commitment will not only help you achieve your goals, but also make you a more resilient, self-reliant, and stronger person. Remember that change does not happen overnight, and success is not the result of temporary efforts. Perseverance, commitment, and personal responsibility are the factors that help you overcome all obstacles. The journey of self-reinvention is not for those who shy away from challenges. To recreate yourself, you must be strong enough to break yourself. Break the self-imposed limits, the outdated prejudices, and even your own fears. This is not an easy thing, but only when you have the courage to face and break through yourself can you step into the best version of yourself that you desire. Remember that self-reinvention is not something you do once and then finish. It is a continuous journey, a long-term commitment to yourself. Try to imagine the person you will become if you maintain this journey of transformation. That is a version of you that is stronger, more confident, and no longer bound by old limitations. A person who knows exactly what they want, dares to pursue what they believe in, and is persistent enough to achieve it. Think of the day you will look back and see that all the difficulties and challenges you have overcome have helped shape who you are. That will be the greatest pride, the gift you give to yourself when you don't give up and keep moving forward. Don't wait another minute. Let's start the journey of regeneration from today. Don't let fears and procrastination prevent you from achieving the life you deserve. You have everything you need to become the person you want to be, as long as you are determined and do not give up. Every day, every moment is an opportunity for you to get closer to your ideal self. Make the most of every moment, for time is the most precious resource you have. No one says that reinventing yourself is easy, but it is certainly the most worthwhile thing you can do for your life. Walk with confidence and belief in yourself. Commit to yourself that you will not stop, you will not give up. This journey will lead you to a life full of meaning and pride, a life that you truly master, one that you build with your own determination and perseverance.